Hey guys, so I wanted to draw Azhdaha from Genshin Impact. Honestly, I was debating whether or not to draw him in his actual dragon form or turn him into a dragon shapeshifter, which is like these dragon characters that I like making that are like people, but like people form, but they're actually dragons. So yeah, I decided to do a dragon shapeshifter because I thought it would be cool. Azhdaha is from Genshin Impact. For those of you who don't know, he's a friend of Master Zhongli, and so Master Zhongli is actually a god, which is Rex Lapis, aka Morax. He goes by like many names. He is the god of Mora, which is money. Hence his name Morax, I'm pretty sure. Um, but yeah, Azhdaha is actually this dragon that was hatched in an egg. I think it was an egg. It could be a rock, but he was hatched by Master Zhongli, so he's basically his long life friend. He's actually kind of a pet to him because of that. Like my friends kind of explained it to me more, um, because it's been a while since I played that storyline. It was a pretty old storyline, so yeah. Um, but they showed like H and stuff like that. He is an enemy boss that you can fight in game too. I think it's like a weekly boss. I don't know if it's weekly or if you can fight him whenever. I think his stuff you can collect from him though, like his level up material to ascend certain characters, it's only like weekly, once a week you can collect them. So yeah, anyways, he's pretty difficult to fight, I have to say. He's really tanky and he kind of looks like a frog dragon, and his tail is this massive tree. He's super cute yet scary at the same time. I don't know, for me, I really like dragons, reptiles, that type of deal. So I normally think they're cute, but at the same time super powerful. So kind of scary to be fighting him. So yeah, I love his like giant horns. They definitely remind me of like, again, this is what I said about the miter trolls as well, but they remind me of ram horns. So I was super excited to draw this one. um, he definitely was hard to make into a person though, just because he has like different patterns and stuff. So I really wanted to make his hair kind of match Master Zhongli's hair. Because Master Zhongli's hair reminds me of like those stereotypical like Asian characters that are really pretty and handsome, and they normally have long hair. It's like an old thing, but like for Chinese characters to have like long hair, it's kind of normal. So that's why I feel a lot of characters, I've talked about this before, but that's why I feel a lot of characters in Genshin Impact have long hair, even though they're male characters, because typically for Chinese culture, men with longer hair are seen as like a standard. So I get why you would think that's like really pretty, like if you were like an Asian. Um, so yeah, but it dates back to a very long time. Even men weren't allowed to cut their hair and stuff like a long time ago. So that type of thing is pretty old tradition. So yeah, I did want to match the long ponytail style, the thin ponytail style that Master Zhongli had though, just because they're friends, so I thought they would have like similar type of aesthetic when it comes to like being human. The only thing is I made his hair stand up more, like more spiky, especially for like the bang area. I wanted to stand be slicked back like spikes, because Azhdaha has a lot of like spikes. He's more of like this Geo type character. I think he can change different elements, but he's mainly Geo. So yeah. Um I remember this rock being outside of like his domain, and my friend was saying, "Oh, based on like what's flashing, the colors that are flashing for certain patterns on the rock, it means like what gonna be a main element that he's gonna use, but he is a geo enemy. um but yeah, I really wanted to emphasize the whole rock thing by making his hair more sticking up and slicked back compared to Master Zhongli, who his hair is more downwards. The only thing that is down on Azhdaha's hair though is his ponytail. So yeah, I originally was thinking maybe I should make it into a braid, but since Master Zhongli doesn't have his hair in a braid, I thought why not just match Master Zhongli for the most part. I also wanted to do an outfit that matched Zhongli's. So Zhongli's god outfit, like his god form, has this like white hoodie tank top type of flowing cloak that he wears, and I thought it would be cool to do a similar thing, but instead of having a hoodie, it would just be like a like nice popped up collar. So it's similar but not exactly the same, but I did follow some of the patterns on Master Zhongli's clothing, like the gold and also the belt area and the gem that's on his chest, like near his collar. That's kind of reference to Master Zhongli's outfit. So yeah, there were some things that I copied for the clothing because I thought since he's his pet, why not make it similar? So yeah, you can notice that I actually put a lot of like the patterns that he has on his arms. These are actually on Azhdaha's legs, so I thought it would be nice to include that as well. I really liked going through and just making him have like massive claws instead of just regular fingers. Um, this was something that I wanted to do with dragon shapeshifters that I drew before, but then I never really implemented that. So, Ishaha will be my first one that I did that with. So for the hands, I actually made the detail of it having like nails, but they're like big claws. And also, I made his hands pretty big, like his fingers are larger than how I normally would draw other hands, just because I wanted the whole huge dragon type of claws. Now, his eyes, because he is technically an animal, his eyes have like yellow in the middle, and then it has, which is the pupil color, and then the outside, like the whites of the eyes are not white, they're actually black. Um, since he's an animal, that's why there's like no white, it's more like a regular animal type of eye. So I wanted to implement that as well because to make him less human, because I want his form to be human but still have his personality in it. He's a very angry character. He has a lot of rage and he's super upset because Master Zhongli actually sealed him away because his temper and his memory is really bad nowadays, to the point where like he can't remember anything and it's hard for him, so he gets super upset the entire time. So having that said, because of his personality, he's always super angry, so I ended up drawing him angry. I also put horns on his like forehead near his eyebrows, and he actually has like a whole bunch of spikes there as well, so that's why I ended up actually putting um spikes on his face. The teeth were kind of difficult, I have to say. I was just deciding whether or not to make it like a regular human mouth, like how I did, and then I just put teeth jutting out of it, or if I should have just done jagged lines for the entire mouth. Because to be honest, Ishtaha's mouth is literally like all spiky. So I could have went that route, but I just made him a little bit more human by making it a mouth, and then the teeth are like sticking outwards instead of just having like a spiky mouth. I feel like that might look a bit more intense and scary too. So yeah. Also the shoulder parts, those are also spikes that he has on his back, so that's what I included. I really love the whole gold, brown, gray, the earthy tones of Azhdaha. He's like super pretty actually for the color scheme. He was fun to color in because normally I color in characters like regular skin color, but I normally choose to draw characters um, because most of the characters that I like end up having lighter skin, except for Kaya and Sino. Those are like the rare exceptions, and it's not on purpose. Like, I don't really care too much about characters' race in terms of like, oh, I like them because of a certain race. No, because that's not good. In fact, I just basically like characters for the design, and most of like Japanese and anime characters aren't darker skinned because like My Hero Academia, for example, takes place in Japan, so they have more like Japanese characters, and so they have less darker skinned characters that they implemented into the show. That being said, that doesn't mean I don't like drawing darker skinned characters, but it's harder for me because I haven't really practiced that much. I'm so thankful for like Sino and Kaya because they actually really nice to draw, and I really appreciate like learning how to shade in darker skin tones. Ishtaha isn't really like a human skin tone, but I have to say I really appreciate how dark, like how much gray and brown is implemented into like his skin tone pattern for being a dragon. So I have to push that into like his human form that I created. So yeah, it's something that I really like. I know he's not like a human, and those aren't really human colors, but it's actually really nice to like learn how to outline and shade those parts that are darker. And then his tail is a literal tree. And I have to say, I was afraid that the tree that I drew would look too cheesy. Like for the leaves, I originally drew just like a light sketch of a blob for each part of the leaves as like a cluster, but I didn't know how I was going to color that in. But once I got to coloring it in, it actually looked nice. I tried to not do like any like too much detail, but just put like shades of color and like not in a specific pattern in any way, just like random so that it looks more natural. And I think I like how it turned out. It wasn't that bad. I was also debating whether or not to draw him as like just an actual person because I saw a lot of fan art like when I was looking on Google, and honestly, there's people out there that have drawn him as like a dragon, like more of a person with no dragon features whatsoever, just like a straight up person next to Master Zhongli, and I think that looks cool too. But in the end, I really wanted the whole animal aesthetic of him, so that's why I put it into like a dragon shapeshifter instead. There's something just so satisfying about drawing different skin tones rather than just lighter skin tones all the time. I think this is really helping me. And also, it's something new. Like, besides being a dragon shapeshifter, because it is like an original, like, dragon character from a game that's actually made already, you like putting the details in to make it into like a person is more of a challenge. So yeah, I really love how this one turned out. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any like requests for any characters, anime characters, video game characters, any show characters or movie characters that you guys like and you want a request for me to draw in my style, I'll definitely look into that. Also, in the description box below, I'll be posting all my social media there, so you can always like and follow those. I'll definitely be posting the process work of them. I am right now on my infinity meme, like it was following a TikTok trend, but I drew like My Hero Academia characters at them. I'm like posting Kirishima, and then the next one I have is Hawks. That's all the characters that I drew for them. I already posted Bakugo for that one, but yeah. But for those infinity drawings, I already have videos for them, so you can definitely check out in my drawings playlist. They're there. There's 3 videos. That's literally all I drew. Let me know if you guys want to see more or anything like that. But yeah, I feel old because I don't use TikTok. But I don't think I'll ever download TikTok, to be honest. I feel like it's for younger people, and also I don't know, I cringe at things so on the internet, so I'm not really interested. But yeah, that's basically it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And let me know if you have any requests for like certain characters that you like as well. That's basically it. Just outlining his entire body and then I'll be done. And yes, I made him a buff character. Originally, I was gonna make him bigger than Master Zhongli. Like, there have been some fan arts that I've seen where he's like a more bigger, buffer character than Zhongli. But I was like, you know what? I'll just keep him roughly the same since Master Zhongli is also supposed to be like this. He has a dragon form, it's like a really massive one too. So to be honest, I don't know the scaling difference, but I'll just say this one is roughly almost the same height as Master Zhongli, since Master Zhongli is like a pretty tall character anyways in the game. He uses the same tall model as like Kaya and Diluc, and I think they're gonna bring Alhazen too. So yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.